episode 420, hitting go live. It says we're live. Wow, that was really fast.
Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Emma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 420. I feel like
20.
YouTube was like, quit your talking. It's time to buy. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
ready. It was ready. How are things?
I have the wrong mug this morning. I have a sun on it, and I
I think
am
you have the
Team
right
Moon.
mug. I think you have the right mug.
Um, yeah, great. We sent out our teams for the retreats so people can plan ahead and get to know each other. I'm already noticing that the sunshine people are a lot more chatty.
We're sunny. We have a sunny disposition.
Right. And my moon people are slowly coming in. So, but if the chatter is any indication, you got us at a disadvantage.
Out of the gate, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Um, but I'm really excited to have that out there. I've had a few people contact me and say, I didn't sign up for a team, or I, so it's also getting people to come in and fill out the emergency contact form. So if you are coming
Important.
to our retreat and you don't know what this Teams thing is all about, um, it was part of our emergency contact form. So if you haven't filled that out, contact me. I can send you a new link and get you set up and on a team or not. But we would like to have your emergency contact information. So that is, yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah,
We're,
we also have a really fun KAL that we're kind of kicking off the
yeah,
normal craft along in January. So those that have needles that are itching to get excited about a KAL, our speaker is Samantha Guerin, and she has some really pretty shawls that we are relish and bask that
mhm.
we are going to be that started now, right? So if you've got
Yes,
the yarn at ready, you can go ahead there,
I think I
and
had a
that'll count.
kickoff date in the email, but for us ZKers, so.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. And then that also aligns really well with the craft your own book venture. There is a plot lines prompt for this quarter. So there is some brioche, and I think some like lace brioche in both of the patterns. One is a little larger than the other. Either work for either team. There's not a
Mhm.
designated team for either of them. It was just a
Right.
fun way to tie them into our retreat theme. And yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm hoping to host some content for ZKN on brioche because I think brioche is super fun, super pretty, but for whatever reason, I must have attempted it in my knitting career when I was not intimidated by it, but I know there are some people they're like, oh, brioche. So do it while you've got, the crowd support, the group behind you, the community support, and join us, whether you're a ZKer or not. It's going to be a
Yes.
good time.
Yes, bask and relish. And we're going to have some really fun prizes. And I plan to have that kind of centered around a brand new design that's coming out in December. So we're going to have hopefully, pull in some of our market vendors' yarn into that prize as well. So I'm
Mhm.
really excited for it. And we'll have those entries out on Discord. And again, it's open to everybody. So don't think that this is just for ZKers. Please come in and do the KAL with us. We would love to have you. Um, and then
As
what else
always,
was I
yeah.
going to say? Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
You are announcing the designers at for ZK and the marketplace. We're getting those last finishing folks into the marketplace, right? Somebody commented that the designers didn't have, like, if you didn't recognize my smiling face or Shayna's smiling face or Sam's smiling face, that
right.
there was no details. So I
Well,
was like, yeah,
see,
we'll have to get links out there.
I'm gonna have to call that one as I do all of my photo stuff on my phone. and I do all of my typing stuff on my computer. So I will get links out there. I
Yes.
posted the photos, which introduced their smiling faces, but I will get
Yes.
links out to their designer
I knew you
pages.
would. I knew you would.
Yeah,
For now, it's
it
kind
was
of a
one of
guessing game. It's like, who is that?
yeah. Again, if those designers are coming in, I have a lot of marketplace people to introduce you to, including somebody that's part of our favorite things. So
Yeah.
Uh, Queen City Yarns is having their 7th birthday.
Happy 7th birthday.
And then as part of their 7th birthday, they're doing these sock blanks. And they're kind of like a mystery sock blank. You buy the blank, and then in the comments, you tell them kind of a general theme of how you want the blank to look. Like, oh, I want it to be a lot of purples, or I want it to be moody or bright, or they have some examples in the listing. But don't forget to do that, right? Put in the comments when you order one that you would like to have it, for this one, it would be purpley, or you could say like Amy's because this one's mine. Um, or this green one, which is going to Megan.
Grab hands. Yes.
Yeah. So that's just a lot of fun. But then another fun thing, because they're working with us, there is a free shipping coupon code. And these days, free shipping is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And so that code is zombies. And yeah, so get out there. These are going to be only a limited time listing, I believe, for the next 10 days. So get out there and order your one-of-a-kind sock blanks. Again, they're kind of made to order. You get to kind of like tell them a general theme, and then you'll get a sock blank. So
Yeah. Super fun. I have not decided what I want to do with mine yet. But
keep debating on whether I want it to be my bask because it's a single skein project, and I could make that happen.
yeah.
Um, But I did also have some single ladies in my stash that were also crying out for a bask project. So I want to I want to make that decision here shortly.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I like that idea. There's also socks. Socks are
Yep.
very fun. Sock blank socks are very, very fun to see like how that fabric translates into a smaller circumference. Super fun. So
Yes. Yes.
excellent.
Um, yeah, and actually that is all of my favorite things.
In addition to the craft alongs and
Well, no,
yeah.
yeah, that I I counted that.
Yeah, and the vendors and yeah. So yeah, it's been a good long bit since I've chatted with folks. I went to Rhinebeck 2 weeks ago. It was very rainy, but had a lot of laughter and smiles and a great group that we made matching sweaters. Very like matching but not matching, right? Different colors, different form factors, with some being short sleeve, some being more cropped. And yeah, just a lot of fun. I was also part of the Wool and Folk event that many people have probably seen Instagram photos on. I can assert that I felt like a sardine. And as Amy can attest to in our marketplace, like even when, I mean, we don't have nearly the number of people that Wool and Folk had there. Even when I feel a little like rushed, like I just decision mode gets shut down for me.
Mhm.
So I was very utilitarian on that day. Like Amy had said, I'm really interested in these doodle cards, and I was like,
Ooh.
oh, I'm very interested in the doodle cards as well. So I went to their booth, was one of the first that I went to. I went to them. I went to Woolens and Nosh. I stopped and said hello to many of our vendors. Yeah,
Another vendor.
yeah. Yeah, no, I have good taste. I have good taste. And yeah, it was bonkers. It was bonkers and rainy and crowded. And I don't know if that's where I picked up the illness, which was why I could not I could not podcast last week, but came back, ran down from a wet, cold weekend, and then didn't have a voice. So, like, literally, I sounded like a crypt keeper. I was like, when I was trying to talk, which is very hard for me, very mentally draining, in addition to being physically draining, as those that hear me talk on here can relate to. So I got you the Spring Doodle card deck.
Oh, pretty.
Very, yes,
You.
very, springy.
Yes.
But again, this isn't all that's in there. It's a very, very big deck. I have
Yeah.
not flipped through it because it's got the fun
Oh,
plastic on it, but they had a deck there that I looked through with the help of Miss Lynn. She was like, I think this one has the, because you asked for symmetrical, right?
yeah. I
Or
asked for
yeah,
something more
geometric,
geometric
geometric. Yeah.
and
So
the flowers and the things. Yeah, I see that. No, it looks great. I'm
yeah.
excited.
And then I also got the Rhinebeck doodle,
Oh yeah.
which is a smaller deck, right? But
I might
has
need to
the
borrow it to do the llamas. I heard that the llamas are in there.
yeah, very cute,
Oh, and that sock.
apples, socks,
That sock
sweater,
looks fun.
yarn balls, different sheep, musical notes. I really like the skein of yarn. I think there's one that's the opposite, right? Like it's lighter and then
Hmm.
the yarn is lighter and the background is darker. So I got those and got to stop by and say hello to Yarnaceous and or Yarnosaurus or Yarnaceous. I said it right.
Yarnaceous,
Oh my
you're
goodness.
right.
I was saying it right. Um, and look at their fun. They again, because it was raining, there was like lines and in and out, and like you could finally got to the cards and then had to it was bonkers again, but I was like, these are the things that I am focusing. I am getting these things. And so then the show colorway from Mullins and Nosh is very rainbowy, happy camper, but kind of like a darker, jewel tones.
Ooh.
And so I picked that up. I'm starting to develop a Woolens and Nosh stash because the yarn is auto magically appearing at my house, as well as picking it, at our event, at
Yeah.
this event. Yeah. So wearing the socks that I got from the house socks that we made that I got
Oh,
from
yeah.
her last year. So yeah, I definitely was like, the house needs to tell me if everybody's going to get the same colorway because last year everybody got the same colorway except me, and I had to jump through some hoops. And bless her, Michelle worked with me to get me this falling in love colorway. So everybody picked up this, but super love it. And then I think that's all that I really got at
Woolen folk.
the at Woolen Folk. Again, stopped and said hello to the people that were there that I knew, or like waved if I was caught in the salmon stream. And then, yeah, 2 days at Rhinebeck, both like it was less rainy on Sunday, but colder.
Hmm.
So definitely needed to wear my finished Musselburgh. And yeah, went immediately to, as I am wont to do, the Feederbrook Farm booth. I was excited to see that they've been doing a lot of collaborations, right? Because it's very
Yes.
like spin cycly. And I was like, oh, are their prices going to go up? Are they, they're not going to have as much of their very special to them yarn because they're, diversifying into with others, which again I'm very excited for them. But yes, the very reasonably priced. So these, are like 27, I believe. And then the plain ones are like 22. It was,
Okay. Some of the
it's a,
collaborations are more, I think, though.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So, and that, that's good on them. But I was picking out for Lavagna Petrocelli has the railroad top, which
okay.
is a brioche worked sideways. She was wearing it. I caneered a photo of her wearing it. And she also had some very beautiful green pants that she was wearing with it, black and white. Very beautiful. But I picked out a different color where it didn't pop, and these definitely pop. So I've got 3 of the solid and 3 of the very pinky marl.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not sure if it's Queen City. Does Queen City have a feederbrook farm colorway?
yes,
Okay. I've been looking at that, their
it's
colorway.
very pretty, very
Yeah,
pretty. Yeah.
I was
I
thinking
picked
of
it
maybe
up several times at I was like,
I was thinking about picking it up because I have some white Madeline Tosh that's in sport weight that just needs something special to go on the top part. And I think that's it. I think I'm gonna jump in and get that.
yeah. So yeah, very fun. Again, did not want to wait till Sunday because most things were gone by Sunday.
Mm.
And then another stop that was very important to me. I love my matterroot bags, especially my trundle bags.
Okay, yep.
And yeah, really love this one has a hard canvas bottom,
Mhm.
as well as a this really
I love
fun
that fabric.
woven rainbow fabric. Super love it. Smaller size than the ones that I have, so that's great. And I was looking at a green one, funny story, funny market story, and in their like preview, and we got there, and Lynn was helping me. She's like, "Oh, the bag that you were looking at is underneath this lady's coat that was trying on something." And the lady was like watching us like a hawk and heard her saying this to me and was like, "No, I am buying every single one of those bags that's underneath my coat for friends." So she was like marking her territory while
Love it.
also shopping, but like a huge stack of them, right? So yeah,
Wow.
if
Lucky
you
friends.
want to get there and get a bag, you got to get there early. We were very just like karma, shopping karma-ish, right? Like if it's
Mhm.
there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. This was there, so this is what I got. Yes, super, super love this. Also in that same booth, and the last thing that I'll show off here, Cece's Wool had a very, very pretty
Ooh.
Rhinebeck colorway. This is actually one of her 4 ounce 560 yard fingering weights with a side pony. So I wound them together.
Oh, gotcha.
Um, a so I'll have enough to make a pretty, positive ease sweater.
Hmm.
But the colorway is Rhinebeck 2023. Yeah. So yeah, very, very fun. Always great to see Cecilia. And yeah, she was trying to enable me with some other yarn by saying, like, did you see that other yarn? It's kind of pickle, like the pickle color.
Oh, good. She knows us. We're
Yeah.
the pickle people.
Yes, we are the pickle people. But yeah, very like this is much moodier than I was seeing in the kind of the preview.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty. I like
yeah,
it.
it's super pretty. I am thinking of because the last time I made a nesting cardigan was for my mom out of these CCs, but in her worsted or her light worsted DK. And I'm thinking of actually making a nesting pullover with fingering weight with this.
Oh,
So
I
I think,
can't wait to see that pattern.
yeah, it's going to be fun.
I
And
think we're
yes,
gonna all hold you to it now.
I know. That's why I said it. Accountability, accountability. Um, but yeah, so you see again, you saw that I combined it all. I took a very like what I take on my business trips, roller, small overhead compartment,
Oh no.
a piece of luggage, even though I was on Southwest and could check it. And I had a pretty big backpack as well. So everything fit except, and I had some plastic bags that like I sucked all the air out of, right? And tried to get it in. Everything fit. I had to take my running shoes out of my luggage and I tied them and hung them on the outside of
That's pretty
my
cool.
suitcase. The only comment that I got was when I was going through security, and the gal was like, "Honey, you didn't need to take your shoes off," because I was going through the TSA pre-check line, and I'm like, "I didn't. Those are my shoes," and they suitcase. So yeah, that was an interesting, fun little journey. But yeah, that is, she gave, after talking, giving her a hug and her sending her love to you, she also sent me a sparkly Rhinebeck 23 on the
Oh,
with the,
fun.
yeah, the color. It's very, very sparkly. Again,
Mm-hmm.
they're really upping that. You can see it on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah, they are.
really upping the those sparkly bases these days.
Cool.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't have
those are, and
any.
then just a lot of talking and a lot of shopping and like looking at pretty yarn, but going like, okay, that's probably not going to fit in my some very unique bases. I don't know. I probably could have bought another bag and checked, but then what do you check? The beautiful sweaters that you've already knit, or
Oh,
the
yeah.
yarn that's going to become? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah. I
I
have
made it work.
still been really good about my yarn in, yarn out little spreadsheet. So I can add that as a favorite thing. So I don't have any purchases.
Yeah.
And I am down to where my calculation says that I'm only half a skein in the hole,
Hmm.
which means if I knit two more skeins out of my stash, I will finally be in the green. So then I just need to knit up to have a positive account, and then I can buy those Feederbrook Farm skeins
Yeah.
that I've been eyeballing. And I'm so close. Like if I finish this watermark that I've been working on, that's 8 skeins. So that will be like that'll rocket me into the positives. But yeah, I've
Very
been
cool.
very diligent about that.
Yeah. Some of my house gifts, I just want to call it out because this is a new to me dyer that's
Uh-huh.
super fun. That came with Alicia, is this Buxom Cat Knits.
No,
And she gave me
I
two
like that.
50. Yeah, I love the logo as well. The very bright colors. And the one that I immediately knit into so 250-gram skeins that I immediately knit into a musselburgh is the zombie mojo, which I thought was very fun.
Okay,
And
fun.
then yeah, look at that one. Strange and unusual. So
Oh, I
um
myself am strange and unusual. Yeah. It's a Beetlejuice quote.
yes, yes. So very, very fun. And then some needle tip covers that say fueled by coffee, which I felt were very apropos. So
I have been using the heck out of those little guys. My favorite use is for the muscle burl, like or muscle burl, because you have that small circumference and you just have the small needles. Like throwing those tips on there really helps keep it on while I'm rustling it around in my bag.
yeah, it was a
So
very needle tip sort of yeah, Rhinebeck house gift edition because somebody else had these little that you
yes,
normally see on like on the like hoodie or coat strings, right?
yeah,
But yeah,
and
I have
I
definitely been using them.
And I use those more than, the the ends that you can kind of twirl into our interchangeable needles. I've just been throwing those things on the ends of them because it's just so much easier than grabbing that thing and the tiny white
Twirling.
doodad and twirling. So if I need to change needles or put I need the needles for something else and the project needs to live without the needles for a while, I've been using those things like crazy. So
Mhm.
highly recommend. Very useful.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. But yes, yeah, thank you to everybody that stopped and said hello. And for the hugs, I hope we didn't get you didn't get me sick, I didn't get you sick. But yeah, kind of fall weather and our fall time and a lot of people together, right? So
Yeah.
um
I
here's to
am
good
jealous.
health
One
and
of
lots
these
of
years I'm gonna go back. I had a lot of fun the year that I went, but yeah, I just
it'll
haven't
be
been
10
back. Me.
years now since you've gone because we went
Oh,
as our
next
10-year
year.
anniversary and next year is 20, right?
I
And I
don't know
say
if
our, and that your wedding anniversary is 2 weeks before my wedding
yes.
anniversary.
I that could be the year, although I don't think that my husband wants to go.
It's going to be a busy year with our children going off to college, but our, again, individual children
Oh,
going off
yes,
to
but
college.
he will go off to college. So, maybe that's like, okay,
Yeah.
one less kid in the house. I can leave them for a week or, 4 days.
My responsible one is the one that's going off to college.
No,
So
so it's worse. It's a
it,
negative for you.
yeah, it's a
Negative.
negative for me. Like I need her at home to help with the chaos that is the other two children. But yeah. Anyway, have a
All
great
right.
day. Love your yarn.
Bye.
Bye.